You're always saying sketching out the hood. So you man asked me how I met gigs. Well, basically, I made like a voting poll, my story, and you guys want to know how I met gigs, innit? So the way that happened, it's kind of crazy, to be honest. This happened at a festival. I forgot what the festival was called, to be honest, but it was last year in August. And I went with my guy Theo, over there. We were just going there to see gigs perform, but I thought, you know what? Since I had illustrated artwork for gigs already, I tend to do this a lot. Like, whenever I illustrate someone and they got like some sort of event coming up, I'd be like, oh, you know what? I might as well take some artwork to that, you know what I mean? See what I can do. So, yeah, this is just one of those situations, but because it's a festival, it's not really easy to get backstage. It's not easy at all because the security always tends to be a lot tougher because you know in a festival it's like an open environment. It's not like a proper venue like the O2 Arena or Wembley Stadium. This is like an open space, so getting backstage it wasn't going to be easy, but I tried anyway, and this is what happened. So yeah, me and my boy Theo were at the festival. We vibe for a bit. Theo gets some drinks, this and that, dancing to the music. And then I decide, you know what, let me go talk to security, just to let them know, like, okay, when it's time for Giz to come out or when Giz is here, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show them the artwork, innit? Now, this security was so blessed. This is probably like, these men were probably the coolest security guards I've ever met in my life. Because when I went there and I showed them the artwork and I told them what I was trying to do, they were on board with it 100%, and it took me by surprise because usually security is like, yeah, okay, he's probably just a fan, let me tell him to come later, this and that. They'll do anything to brush you off. But these men looked like they were around my age group, either younger or older, but they were rocking with the artwork and they loved it, innit? And my boy Theo, yeah, he was moving like some salesman type of thing, bro. It was funny, man. So yeah, he did. It's mad because he did most of the talking to the security guards. So he told them what was up, what I'm trying to do, and then yeah, security were on board with it. They was like, yeah, don't worry. When you come back, then yeah, you know what it is. So I was like, cool. So that foundation was set. Me and Phil decided to just go and enjoy the rest of the day, get some food, you know, get a few refreshments and that. And yeah, it was incredible, man. Met some amazing people, loads of fam people there were a vibe for real. They would see the artwork, they were like, "Rah, that looks sick," this and that. If you've ever gone out with me and I had artwork in my hand, you would understand, innit? Or if you met me in person with the artwork in my hand, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, Theo was like my marketing manager of the day, my content creator of the day. So he was getting the videos of the people complimenting my artwork. One of them was holding my artwork. It looked like he was trying to sell me my artwork. Fam, it was amazing, man. It was funny still, but fam, big up to my boy Theo, man, for helping me out for real, honestly. But yeah, we went to see Flo Dan. We saw Len, bro. Len was cold, man. I'll be honest. At that time, I didn't really know Len like that, but I'd heard of him. So when I saw him perform, I was like, rah, yeah, he's cold. He is cold, and he just dropped a new track as well, just last week. It goes hard still with Benny X. That goes hard. It goes hard. So yeah, man. Saw Len, saw Flo Dan, and yeah, when it was time, and I saw Larry June as well, but I've always wanted to see Larry June perform. So when I saw that he was at this festival, I was like, yeah, I gotta be there. Gotta be there. The funny thing is, yeah, I was actually planning on going on my own because I tend to go to these things on my own. But I bought the ticket. My boy Theo, he messaged our group chat, innit? It's like a group chat of three of us, like me, him, and one of our college friends. So he messaged us and he's like, oh, is anyone going to this Giz event? And I'm like, bro, I'll be honest, I got a ticket already. So that's how we ended up going. We were both gonna go anyways on our own, but then when we found out that we both got tickets, we're like, you know what, let's just go together, innit? That's a motive right there. So yeah, Larry June is on. He's doing his thing, bruv. I need to see him in London properly though. But yeah, I checked the time. I'm like, yo, Gates is coming on right now. So me and Theo, we dashed over there to the main stage to meet to the security guards. And yeah, I talked to the security. Of course, they remember us. Yeah, we got you, bro. They went to talk to like these other security guards. Now these men are a bit more strict, but it's calm because they still let me through. The only thing is, they said they could only let one person through. So Phil was like, yeah, you go ahead, man. You know what you need to do. So I was like, cool. Security guard lets me through. There's like another gate behind that gate. So basically, when I went through like this VIP area, and then there was another gate behind that, which was the backstage. And when I get to that gate, there's this other security guard, and we're talking to this other security guard. And he's trying to block us from going through. I'm like, bro, your colleague is saying that I'm cool. What are you doing? You just told you that I've been given permission to go backstage. So then he starts asking like, oh, who are you talking about? I'm like, bro, the guy who just told you. What are you talking about? Bruv, I was just perplexed because the guy that I was going backstage with, the security guard, the new security guard I was going backstage with, he already knew what was up. So he was taking me backstage. And then, yeah, he told me to wait outside that second gate. So I was like, cool. Then another security guard comes in. He's like, oh, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, security guard told me to wait by this gate. And yeah, so obviously that little nonsense happened. But it's calm because he came back. And yeah, I pointed to him. He's like, yeah, he said I'm cool. He's the guy at the gate saw that security guard that brought me. And he said I was cool. So then I got let through. But the maddest thing was, yeah, as I went backstage, that security guard that took me to the second gate, he's telling me, oh, might be best if you come back after the show. Me personally, I didn't mind, innit? As long as I fulfilled the mission, innit? That's calm. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. When I reached backstage, Giggs had started performing. So I told the security guy, I was like, oh, Giggs is on stage right now. I might as well come back after. So security guy was like, okay, cool. So I go back around the front, tell Theo what's up. He's like, yeah, cool. I see Giggs there. He's performing, he does his set. Bruv, cold set. Nah. I'm so glad I finally got to see Giggs perform, man. I've been trying to see him perform, but it's one of those ones where every time he pops out, I'm not there. So, for example, 50 Cent brought out Giggs. I missed that out. Giggs had like an intimate show before this festival. I missed out on that one as well. The one where he brought Diddy out, bruv. I was like, whoa, how can I miss that, man? That just pissed me off, man. So when I saw that Giggs was performing at some sort of festival, I was like, yeah, I've got to be there. I'm not missing out. So yeah, Giggs does his performance, all finishes. I go straight back to the backstage gates. Security lets me through. They know what's up. I go through both the gates, and yeah, I reach there. I go around the back where like the cabins are, and where those cabins are, I meet Fee Gonzalez. He's someone who's worked with Young Fume, and if you know me from way back then, I made cover art for Young Fume. Like I made like a couple cover arts for Young Fume, and one of them was Too Much Wave 2, and Fee Gonzalez was a feature on that, on one of the tracks. So yeah, I told him about that, and that was calm. He was rocking with the artwork as well. He got his little video. I saw Peckham Made Boost there. I met Peckham Made Boost before, back in, I think it was either 2022 or 2023, but I had met him before. So yeah, he saw the artwork. He's rocking with it. I met ML, Giggs' son. Yeah, he was following me on Instagram before, so he already knew who I was, innit? And he already knows what I did. I showed him the artwork. And then he was like, oh yeah, let me go tell Gigs, innit? So he went into Gigs' cabin and he went to tell Gigs. And yeah, Gigs came out, he showed love. And yeah, I showed him the artwork. He took like a second to look at it. He liked it a lot, man. He liked it a lot, literally. You could see it. He asked to take a picture of it, and yeah, that's how we got that picture. But the maddest thing is, yeah, this was like the first time I experienced this. Yeah, there was like 4 photographers in front of us. They're all taking pictures, like, bruv. I felt like a celebrity that day. I've met many celebrities, but that day, bro, felt like a celebrity, literally. I've never had like a line of photographers taking the pictures when I'm holding artwork. That's crazy. That was crazy. But unfortunately, I think one of the photographers lost those pictures. If I had gotten those pictures, I would have posted them, bro, because I know they would have looked cold. I know they would have looked crisp. Literally, man. But yeah, that's basically how I make gigs. And it was my first time going backstage at a festival. I didn't think it was possible because, festivals aren't really that loose when it comes to taking you backstage. But yeah, it was amazing, man. Literally, it was amazing. It gassed me up. And I'm grateful for Theo for helping me out, man, because there were times where I didn't even know what to say, and he just filled in the blanks for me, innit? So he just spoke in my behalf, told people what's up. Yeah, it was crazy, man, honestly. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That's how I met Gigs. And yeah, if you like that story, let me know. Let me know who else you like to hear about me beating, or whatever story you'd like to hear about next. Because I've still got a lot. I've still got quite a lot of stories to tell in it. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Love.